Hey everyone, so you guys know I just came from Joann's picking up some patterns, but we're not here for another pattern haul video just yet, even though I'll be back at Joann's next week. So when you guys are seeing this, it's probably Thanksgiving week or after Thanksgiving, because your girl just got better. So the day of this filming is Tuesday. And listen, you guys, I'm supposed to be working on Vintage Vember, but I decided to sit down here with you guys and give you a collection video while I'm thinking about it, because your girl's about to make something happen, all right, with some loungewear or some work from home collection, all right? So if that's some content you want to see, please continue to watch. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's your girl Rochelle from Rochelle.Handmade.Designs, and in this video I'm gonna be sharing with you, go ahead and grab your notebooks and your pencils and your pens. I'll go ahead and take a pause for the calls for that right quick and let you go get a pencil, pen, notebook, whatever you've been tracking all of these different wardrobes that I've been giving you. Go ahead and track it in the same area, because a lot of them's going to be coming in 2024 as well. All right. Now, this one is a loungewear work from home collection. Now, for my individuals who hit me up and be like, hey, Rochelle, I would love for you to do kind of like a work from home, because you guys know I used to work from home. I worked from home for 2 years during the pandemic to 2022. And then now I work outside of the home. Do I miss working from home? Absolutely. But it was time for me to meet other individuals in Orlando, because working inside your house and you know no one in your general area can be a hot mess, especially when you have children. All right. But I'm going to go ahead and share that with you guys. So if you are new to the channel, welcome. Hello, Ciao, Guten, Aloha, Hola, Konnichiwa, Gwaan, Sabonani, Shalom, Bonjour, Tarve. If you are returning, you guys know what to do. Get you a quick snack, something to drink, grab your notebook and your pencil, whatever you need, because I'm going to give you the news that you could use on this collection. All right. If you work from home or you just want a loungewear type feel, let's go ahead and get into it. But before we do so, I'm going to keep this video short, sweet, to the point. Keep it sweet, but give you all the deets. All right. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. All right. So for this one, I'm going to tell you 18 different items. So what I need you to write on your piece of paper is numbers 1 through 18. Then skip a couple of lines and write accessories and then footwear. All right. That will help you out in keeping track of how I break these collections down. Now, you guys DM me on Instagram, so I'm taking a lot of, not necessarily requests, but you guys always ask me, how do I write it down and keep track? So because I know I'm doing an 18-piece collection for this one, write down numbers 1 through 18 while I'm talking, and then write a little spot for accessories, and then on the other side, write footwear. All right. Now, in my next video, that's a collection video, I'll show you how I do it, but I'm going to have it typed out for you to see it in full form, so you can kind of see how I put them together and keep track of it and all that good stuff. All right. So let's go ahead and get into it. So what I'm going to be giving you now, you can write this down too if you would like, if you're a pencil and paper type of girl like I am. I'm going to give you 7 to 8 tops, 3 layering pieces, 2 dresses, and 4 bottoms. All right. Once again, 7 to 8 tops, 3 layering pieces, 2 dresses, and 4 bottoms. All right. So let's go ahead and get into the first one is, of course, a t-shirt. Yes, you can buy it, but you know, this is sewing edition style of how to get you a work from home wardrobe, or WFH. Okay. Work from home, or just a loungewear. If you are kind of like Rochelle, I am all about like lounging around, being comfortable, but cute and fix the bill. I got you. All right. So t-shirt, come on with these patterns, Rochelle. I know. I'm going to get to it. All right. So I'm going to give you 3 patterns, but one of them is a reissue pattern. All right. First pattern, new look 6404. Yes. All right. Second pattern, Butterick 5572 for the top, which is now Simplicity 9202. All right, so I'm gonna put all of these patterns up on the screen so you're able to see, you guys know how I do. If it's a reissue pattern and I remember the reissue number, I will tell you that as well. All right, and the third pattern is Simplicity 9861. All right, once again, New Look 6404, Butterick 5572, or Simplicity 9202, and Simplicity 9801. All right, so I'm gonna give you about 70 patterns and 18 items. All right, let's get on to the second item, is a turtleneck or a pullover sweater. Now, if you are in a hotter climate like myself, I'm just gonna say a pullover top or a turtleneck, okay? Now, like I mentioned in a previous video, you can take a dress pattern that already have that turtleneck so you don't have to create it and add it to a top. Or what you can do is have a pattern that's a turtleneck sweater. Now, in my last video, I think it was the Thanksgiving wardrobe, I talked about a turtleneck and I gave you the Mimi G Georgia PDF pattern. You guys can still use that pattern, but I wanted to give you some additional patterns that you can use as well. First pattern, New Look 6588. So I felt that this one would be a great turtleneck pullover style sweater. Second one, New Look 6752. Now this pattern is the exact same pattern as Simplicity 8513 as well. You can use that. It is a nice bodysuit. Now you don't have to necessarily make it into a bodysuit. You can make it into a top and just chop the bottom off, which is up to you, but I would definitely use it as a bodysuit and have that turtleneck, all right, and a long sleeve, all right? Let's go ahead and move over to the third item. So the third item is a light color button-down shirt. When I say light colors, I'm talking about your pastel colors. I'm not talking about anything that's super dark. Yes, I know it's fall, okay? And we will talk about here shortly, because I have one more collection I'm gonna give you for fall before I tell you about the winter collection. So just hold tight for that. It's coming, okay? But for this one, I'm saying like a light color, like your pastel colors, like your light pinks, your light yellows, your light blues, light greens, light purples, you know, those type of colors is what I'm talking about for your light color button-down shirt. If I wouldn't say white whatsoever, but you know what you need in your wardrobe, but a button-down shirt. I'm not going to give you two of my favorite patterns because I wanted to give you new patterns that you can actually look at for a button-down shirt and see if it meets what you're looking for. So the first one is Butterick 6296. The second one, I'm going to give a shout out to Grace from So Lovely with Grace. Literally, when I put this pattern in one of my collections, she said, I have made this top so many times. All right. So I'm going to say, since someone have made this pattern more than twice, it must be a good pattern to put on my list. New Look 6197, and I have that pattern, and I picked it up from Joann's. Listen, I picked it up from Joann's today, okay? So I should be showing you guys that here shortly, all right? Next one is New Look 6232 for a good button-down shirt, right? The next one is Simplicity 3971. Now this one is of course kind of like your button-down shirt in terms of a loungewear or sleepwear, but you can do that. I would say do the entire outfit, the top as well as the pants, okay? Next pattern, Simplicity 9691. Now you could do the cardigan, you could do the pants, you could do the button-down shirt. The whole look is a good loungewear, work from home type look. I'm just saying, do the whole pattern, all right? And the last pattern is Simplicity 9856. Now this pattern was just released, and you guys know your girl just picked it up, okay? So I'm gonna show you the ones that I just picked up today. Now, I picked up patterns yesterday, but I went back today to pick up some more patterns. So I'll show you guys that when I get around to it because there's a lot of videos that I have to finish doing. All right. Let's go ahead and get into the next item. So the next item number 4 is a wrap top. So I did give you some good patterns last time I showed you guys patterns for a wrap top, but of course I'm trying to give you new patterns. Okay. So the first one is New Look 6733. All right. Now, one thing I'm gonna stop right here and tell you, I'm going to put if it's a no notion pattern or not on the screen. Because I'm telling you guys this from my notebook. I don't have the pattern right in front of me, but I have a vision of I remember what most of these patterns look like, so I can tell you what's on there, okay? But it's New Look 6733 is the first one. The second one is Simplicity 8735 for that wrap top. The next one is Butterick 6628. Next one is a New Look 6700. You guys know this is one of my favorite wrap tops. I haven't done it yet though. Next one is a New Look 6689. And the last one is an oldie but goodie Simplicity pattern, Simplicity 1064. I feel that these are all really good wrap tops. You could take the dress and hack it and make it shorter and get you a wrap top, all right? Moving over to the next item is item number 5 is an oversized shirt. Now listen to this. It wasn't many patterns that I could have thought of. It was only like 2. And one of the patterns I did before, the first one is Simplicity 9707 or 9708. You guys know this is my favorite pattern, one of my favorite patterns for a shirt. But this is kind of like an oversized one. You can make it fitted, but since this is supposed to be meant for an oversized shirt, I would definitely say make it oversized. Now, I'm not saying go like 2 sizes up to make it oversized, but I would definitely say possibly go 1 size up to make it oversized for that oversized feel. Another pattern that I'm going to give you is Simplicity 9756. This is another great pattern that came out I believe it came out in spring, possibly summer of this year, 2023. So that would be another good pattern to do. All right. Moving over to the next item is a chunky sweater. So chunky sweater, oversized sweater, or oversized top, depending on your climate. So I'm going to give you like 4 or 5 patterns, 4 patterns. So the first one is Berta 5853. Now that chunky sweater is a good one, okay? So during the next Berta sale, please go and get this pattern, all right? Next one is McCall. Oh, and speaking of Berta sale, I haven't heard yet, but I know it's supposed to be going on sale in the month of December. So stay peeled, your eyes peeled for this pattern in the pattern drawers, okay? It's in my local Joann's, so I'm just waiting for it to be on sale. Next pattern is McCall 6744. You guys know I have mentioned this pattern before, so it's no secret. Next pattern is McCall's 8070. And the last pattern, the last 2 patterns I'm going to give, one is Mimi G, Simplicity 9450, will be a great pullover style sweater. You can make bigger, but I don't see what's the point because it's supposed to be a little roomy anyway. And the last pattern is Simplicity 9828. I felt that this pattern would be a great pattern staple to your wardrobe. All right. Moving over to the 7th item, which is a pullover tunic. Now, this one could go so many different ways, but I'm going to give you a few patterns. First one is Butterick 4406. Next one is a reissue pattern. So the number is McCall 7061. It's now reissued into Simplicity 9210. So that would be a good pattern to do. All right. Next pattern is McCall 7959. And the last pattern is Butterick 6248. Those are all the great pullover tunics for a easy work from home or a loungewear type wardrobe. All right. Moving over to the 8th item, which of course is a boyfriend blazer. So you know when you have kind of like an unexpected meeting, it would be easy for you to always keep your light colored button down shirt and your blazer in the room that you work in, right? You could throw on a blazer and keep your pajamas on or shorts or whatever you wear, right? And just throw on the blazer and make it look like you've been like that all day. Listen, your girl know because she used to do it, okay? So I'm just gonna say a boyfriend blazer. So the first pattern I'm gonna give you is Vogue 1913. That blazer, and definitely because we have Sirups on the list, go ahead and do the bodysuit as well, and you got you a good look, all right? Next one, it's no secret to this pattern, is Simplicity 8697. Great boyfriend blazer. It's been on my list to sew, and we're going to try to make that happen in 2024. All right. Next one is Berta 6463. I just mentioned Berta should be coming on sale in December. So come on. Yeah. And I'm going to post whatever the sale is when I post this video. It might be a Butterick pattern sale because we are currently on Simplicity pattern sale. So yeah, just saying, my bad. I'm going to get back into filming more videos. We'll see. All right. Next one is McCall 7818. Now this one, you could do it. It's a unisex pattern. So man or woman, you could do it. All right. Moving over into the next item is elastic pants. Now I'm going to say elastic pants or elasticated cargo pants would be great for you to kind of like slip on real quick. You in and out the door, good to go. Now I do have a pattern for this. I do have a sew along for this one. It's New Look 6644. You guys know I love that pattern for cargo pants, but I want to give you some newer patterns as well. I'm saying newer as in I talked about cargo pants before. I gave you some patterns, but I'm going to add to the cargo pants that you could do. Butterick 6296 would be a good pair of elastic pants. New Look 6859 is another good one. New Look 6876. Simplicity 5443. Okay, it's an older pattern, but it's a good pattern. Next one is Simplicity 4101. And the last one is Simplicity 9687. Now, I know you're probably going to say, that's Mimi's pattern. You're absolutely right. For sure, I would do both the Windbreaker as well as the pants. All right, let's move over to the 10th item, which is a pair of jeans. I'm just going to say, go buy them. But if you want to make them, I'm going to say a good pattern. Two good patterns are the ginger jeans. And the other one is Simplicity 8222 for our Mrs. Ladies. It's a Mimi G pattern. And for our plus size ladies, the pattern number is Simplicity 8516, I believe. I'll correct it up on the screen, but I'll put both of those up on the screen. It is Mimi G's pattern. All right. Moving over to number 11 are your Sirups, okay? Sirups. That's that little elastic band that goes underneath your foot on a pair of pants, all right? So for this one, I'm going to give you a few patterns, all right? Simplicity 8424 is the first pattern I'm going to give you. Yes, 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 yes. And you know, for this one, you can do Sirups or leggings, I'm going to put, because that's more like a legging pattern, all right? Next one is Simplicity 8212. It's no secret. I have never done this pattern, but it has been on my list for many of years to do. All right. Next one, Vogue 1913, which I talked about when I talked about the jacket. Just go ahead and do you some Sirups and the bodysuit, right? Next one, McCall 7579. Yes, 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 yes. You want to do this pattern. And the last one is a newer pattern that just came out. It's McCall's 8432. Which is a good pair of Sirups as well. All right. So those are your Sirups and your leggings. Moving over to item number 12 is wide leg trousers. And I would say you probably want this in a darker color like a black. So I'm only going to give you two patterns, which I mentioned already. First one is Berta 5853. And then the second pattern is Simplicity 9856. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to have a waistband. You could definitely do it as elasticated wide leg pants, but I would say the least amount of patterns are the better because you could basically use the pattern more than once, okay? That's what my goal is. All right. Number 13 is a knit pair of trousers or a woven pair of trousers. Now, for me, because you guys know I don't do a lot of knit, so I would do woven trousers, but I'm going to give you some knit options as well. First one, of course, Berta 5853. I just mentioned that, but I'm just going to say, do the entire pattern. You'll thank me later, all right? Next one, Simplicity 9857. Great pattern, by the way. Next one is New Look 6689. Now this one I would say do the top and the bottom is Beauty J'adore Nikki Brooks pattern. It's Snow Me 2046. Now it was Sew Your View last month, I believe, in the month of October. Many ladies came blazing with the top as well as the pants. I know Dee from Patterns by D Designs. She came with, I think, two different looks. I know I seen an orange one and I think I seen kind of like a brown one. fire, fire, fire. So I'm gonna put her her YouTube page in the description box below, as well as on the Instagram. Go follow Dee on her Instagram page, as well as on Facebook and YouTube. I'll go ahead and put it in the description box below. Thank me later, all right? And there's other ladies in the sewing community that have done Know Me 2046. I'm not sure as on YouTube, but I know Dee from Patterns by Dee Designs have done that pattern, all right? I believe LaShawn has done it as well, but I will check. And if she has done it already, I will definitely go ahead and put it in the comment section. I'm sorry, I will also put that in the description box below, all right? But that's Know Me 2046. Moving over to the next pattern, Mimi G did this pattern. She did a full sew along for this pattern. It's New Look 6581. I love the fact of the cardigan and the pants. You can make it wide leg. That's why we sew. Yeah, so that one is New Look 6581. Moving over to item number 14. It's a tie wrap dress. And I'm going to be giving you 3 patterns. The first one is Butterick 5963. Next one is New Look 6750. And the last one is Butterick 6054. Now, with the tie wrap dress, you can make it like a cardigan and tie it on the side, or you can have a dress that you just tie on the side. It's up to you, because guess what? This is your wardrobe, boo. All right? So make it the way that you want. Let's get into item number 15, is a slip dress. Now, you guys know I have given you so many patterns for a slip dress, but we're going to get into some newer patterns, right? All right. So the first one is New Look 6142. Next one is New Look 6510. Next one is Mimi G's pattern, Simplicity 8890. Now, before you say like, Rochelle, you know like the back is out. Yes, I do. But guess what? You could cover it up with a robe. You could cover it up with a jacket. Matter of fact, you could use the jacket on the pattern and have a whole freaking look, okay? But it's Simplicity 8890. Next one, Simplicity 8413. Once again, Mimi G did this pattern, and she did both the jacket with the slip dress. It's good. I have that pattern, so yes. Simplicity 8413. Get that pattern. Next one is Simplicity 8545. Use the slip dress. Use some, what is it called? Kind of like see-through fabric. What is it called? Organza? Yeah, you can use organza. You could also use like some sheer fabric and just put it on top and you have a whole dress. Kind of like the pattern envelope for sure, but it's 8545. Moving over to the next item, item number 16. We almost there. It's a windbreaker. And just like I said, Mimi G, of course, you know I put Mimi G pattern on here. Simplicity 9687. Yes. You want a windbreaker, so if it's chilly in your office or your space where you work out of, you can easily throw on a windbreaker or a coat, okay? A zip-up one. Next pattern, Simplicity 9278. Next pattern is McCall 7986. And the last pattern is McCall 7668. Those are your good old windbreakers or jackets that you could throw on when it gets chilly in your office, all right? Moving over to the next one is a cardigan or duster. Cardigan, if you stay up in the cold, you know, up north somewhere closer to the cold, or I'm going to say northeast, east, or northwest, right? Where it's colder by the Canada border, right? Right about now, it's going to be cold everywhere, right? So a cardigan or a duster, if you stay down south in Florida, you probably just want a duster and not necessarily a cardigan, but to each his own. The first one, I just mentioned this pattern, Simplicity 9691, is a pattern that you want as a cardigan. I would say just go ahead and do every single view on that pattern, all right? Next one, Simplicity 9857. Next one is Simplicity 9272. Next one is Simplicity 9716 or Simplicity 9717. I would definitely say do all the views on this pattern. I can't remember who did this pattern, but definitely do all the views on this pattern because I know it was very minimal pattern pieces, but you could definitely get all the views on this pattern in a good look, okay? And the last pattern is New Look 6581. So with this pattern, like I just mentioned, Mimi G has a full sew along for this pattern on her channel, all right? Let's get into the last item, which is a fun item, which is a Snuggie or a onesie. A Snuggie and a onesie. A Snuggie and a onesie, okay? I'm saying and, but it's supposed to be or. One or the other, but guess what? You can do both if you want to, all right? First pattern, Berta 6397. Once again, Berta 6397. Oops. Next pattern, McCall 6251. I love that zip up jumpsuit or onesie, I should say. I love that. Next one, McCall 7518 is a nice onesie for the family. Love it. Just get you some nice, comfortable fabric. I love onesies. I live in onesies around Christmas time, honestly. Okay. Next pattern is Simplicity 9431, the Care Bears top and pants. Yes, yes, yes. And the last pattern is Simplicity 9456. I love the Snuggie. Yes, yes, yes. So you can get either pattern, the Snuggie and basically the Care Bear Snuggie, as well as, or onesie, you could say, as well as the top and the pants. All right. Well, that's it for the 18 items. Let's go ahead and get into the accessories. Now, I'm just going to call these off real quick because you want some accessories to fit the bill, right? So you want the things of like earrings, bracelets, necklace. You want a tote bag, but you also want a purse. Now, I know you're saying like, Rochelle, if I'm working from home, why I need all of that? So your earrings, your necklace, and your bracelet is just so you look like someone when you're on screen, right? But if you're doing a loungewear set and you just really do not want to put on a whole bunch of stuff to go out, it's easy to throw on everything else, your earrings, some big hoop earrings or some studs, a necklace, a watch or bracelet, right? And then, you know, throw on a tote bag or maybe a black handbag, you know, one or the other, and it'll fit the bill for what you're looking for. Those are all the accessories. Let's go ahead and move over into footwear. Now, because you know that this is more of like a loungewear, work from home type fall, winter wardrobe theme, you want to get some boots. You want a pair of warm boots in any color of your choosing and a pair of chunky boots. And I'm going to say the pair of chunky boots, I would say, is a pair of black boots because black goes with just about everything. It actually goes with everything. All right. So you want some chunky boots. Next thing, you want some clogs. Yes, I said it. Clogs. Now, for those of you who's like, well, Rochelle, girlfriend, I wear Crocs all day. I'm going to say clogs or Crocs. Okay. You could get you some Crocs if you wear Crocs, because listen, if you're in the healthcare industry, then they wear scrubs all day. And I'm going to tell you, Crocs is good on your feet when you standing up, going from room to room all day. So clogs or Crocs is what I'm going to say. Next one, sneakers. Okay, so the sneakers is super simple. Why I put a pair of sneakers. If you have hard floors like myself, I have tile downstairs and carpet upstairs. So I leave all shoes downstairs. Well, not all shoes, but each person in my household can use one pair of shoes from my downstairs to where you're not busting holes in the socks, right? So with that being said, you need a pair of sneakers, okay? And not Snickers, sneakers, okay? And the last item you need, if you work in carpet and you don't want to bust holes in your socks and look like it's a holy day and it's not Sunday, you definitely need some slippers. Or I'm going to say some, what are those things called? Socks. You know the decorative socks during the holidays? You need a pair of those, okay? So, once again, you need a pair of slippers, okay? Any type of slipper of your choosing, just make sure that it's not the ones where you just slide your feet in and they go bust a hole in every bit of about 2 weeks. You want a good pair of slippers, okay? I still have the pair of slippers that's dirty, rusted, crusty. I think it's called Isotoners, I think is what it's called. I've been having those since since I was pregnant with my daughter. So almost 14 years, actually 14 years already. So with that being said, you need you a good pair of slippers, all right? Well, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. And since you made it this far, do not forget to hit that like button, subscribe button. Also, smash that notification bell so you are notified every time I upload a new video. So I'll catch you in the next video. And as always, keep sewing.